So, for the past 2 weeks, I've been living alone because my mom and my sister went to a different country, and my dad works pretty much all day. And so I have to, take care of myself, take care of the dog as well. And it surely wasn't easy, but it was really peaceful. And I enjoyed the peace I got while being alone. And one thing I learned and understood is that you can't be slacking. It's like you're living alone and you're responsible for everything that you do. And so if you don't clean the dishes, or if you don't wash the dishes, and if you don't take care of the dog, and if you don't tidy up your room, and if you don't clean or dust and everything of that sort, if you don't take care of the house will rot. So you don't have a space to be unproductive. And so what I've learned is productivity. It's like I've learned to be very productive with my time. And I've cooked, I've cleaned the dishes, I've tidied my room, I've dusted my room, meaning cleaned the dust. I've taken the dog out twice a day. Should be 3 times, but I still got stuff to do. I've trained football here on this pitch. I've made smoothies. I've slept pretty much on time. Could be earlier, but still pretty much on time. So yeah, I've just done a lot. And one thing I realized is that the biggest waste of time was scrolling, and it took me so much to understand that it's so addicting. Truly, it was really addicting. And the thing is, you really want to scroll. It's like you get that little dopamine, especially after a whole day. Like, you've worked the whole day, you've cleaned the whole day, you've taken the dog out, you've made breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you've cleaned the dishes, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And you just want to rest, right? You just want to rest. And this is the thing. It's okay to rest and regain your energy, but it's worst rest when you're scrolling, or it's worst to regain your energy by scrolling. It's not the best idea. It's not the best way to regain your energy. And so it took me 1 week and 3 days to understand that scrolling is bad, right? That scrolling is bad, that laziness is bad, and how to not scroll the whole day. And this was like my biggest accomplishment in the last 2 weeks. Yesterday I scrolled for maybe 20 minutes at least. That's it. I did everything the whole day. I legit just woke up, I made breakfast, 3 sandwiches, and I took the dog for a walk. Then I went to the grocery place. After that, I did some ironing, the clothes. You iron your clothes. After the ironing, I went to go actually buy a chair because my back has been hurting a lot and I need a proper chair. I wanted to buy an ergonomic chair, but I ended up buying a gaming chair because it's 2-in-1. You can lay back. I almost put my camera. Yeah, you can lay back. You can it's really just a good chair, and I'm so grateful for that investment. It's a good investment. And so yesterday was really good. I only scrolled for a little bit, and I realized the reason why I was always on my phone, sometimes it wasn't even because I was scrolling. It could have been just because I felt guilty, or I didn't want my friends to think I'm ignoring them. And I always wanted to just take care of myself, go on about my day on my own, not be on my phone, not scroll. And I never could have done that except yesterday. And one thing that instigated or began the great day was not being on my phone until 1 p.m. That was because I simply realized that I have nothing to do on my phone. I have nobody to text to because the day prior I told everybody that it's important to me. I told them that I'm not gonna be on my phone for pretty much the whole day. And I just went on about my day. I didn't have the burden of feeling like I didn't tell them anything, that I'm gonna be like ghosting them, that they should be worried, like why is he doing this, like does he hate me, blah blah blah. I overthink for them pretty much, which is not a good thing. And so, I told them everything. I could just go about my day freely, like worry free. And it was so good because I can do anything I want. I had the whole day in front of me, and it didn't feel like, in the morning until 12 I can't be on my phone, and then from 12 to 1 p.m. I gotta like cook dinner, and not dinner, but I have to cook lunch, and then from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. I can edit, and then yeah, sure, I'll be on my phone a little bit, this and that. I didn't have to worry about everything, right? And it just felt like from 9 a.m. I had the whole day in front of me, and none of the time that I had in front of me would have been spent on my phone. I just felt in control. Really, I just felt in control, and it was really the best feeling. And even now, as I'm out here like recording a video, I mean, that's just, I only like envisioned recording this video on the football pitch itself, and it feels really good, like being in the center of the football pitch with like this huge building beside me and cars running by, and like it's just kind of like a socially, I'm improving socially, like it's not so easy to be seen by so many people, like through so many windows and through so many cars and people walking by. You kind of feel seen, and that can be scary. But it's videos like these that help me get through my problems, that improve me as a person. And recently, I just wanted to tell you, like recently I want to be improving my speech, right? And so I'm kind of taking more breaths, slowing it down, and really just watching my tone, ending sentences on a lower pitch and not on a higher pitch. Yeah, trying to articulate myself better. And so one thing I realized during these 2 weeks is that laziness is bad. And like, I know, like, magnificent discovery. But the reason that laziness is bad, because you were given 24 hours in a day, and you were given 24 hours in a day by God or whatever and whoever you believe in. Maybe the universe, maybe Buddha, I don't know. You were given 24 hours in a day, and you have the blessing of waking up, and you willingly decide to spend it on your phone. Now, it's like, really ask yourself, do you need to be doing that? Do you not want to know your full potential? What you could do with your most productive day if you just weren't on your phone for 2-3 hours a day, maybe even more. So it's like you have this blessing of waking up, yet you say, I don't need your blessing, universe, God, Buddha, whoever. I don't need your blessing. Your blessing means nothing to me, and I'm just gonna waste it on my phone. It's like you don't care that you were given a blessing of waking up. So once you really realize that waking up is a blessing because you get to prove yourself right every day to yourself, and once you actually manage to do that, once you manage to not be on your phone or to use it specifically how you want to, then you'll feel a sense of being proud. And it's just like productivity. When you do a little bit of work, you get motivated to do more work, right? You finish one chore, then you get motivated to do another. And when you finish homework, you get motivated to do more homework. So when you make one day productive, another day can follow of being productive, or it can follow of being unproductive. It really matters about how you view life, because you could say, I wake up unmotivated, I wake up super tired, and then you will probably have an unproductive day. But you don't even try. You don't even truly try to have a productive day. You're just like, I'm more motivated, so I'm not even gonna try. Like, I'm just feeling bad, I'm gonna take a rest day. But you don't even try. And until you don't try, you don't even know. Here's my experience on that. Yesterday, I wanted to go to the grocery place to go buy groceries, and I really wanted to listen to a podcast. Now, I'm not the type of person that listens to a lot of music, or at least I don't try to listen to a lot of music. At least I try to listen. At least I try not to listen to a lot of music. That's because, it's just kind of, I lose a sense of reality. I lose the touch of reality, and I'm just like kind of in my own vibe. And then when I turn off the music, I just feel bad and like gloomy and down. Like music gives you a bit of a dopamine hit. It's like fun and everything. And when I don't feel that, it's like when I turn off the music, I feel bad. So I wanted to go to the grocery place listening to a podcast. Any podcast, like literally, I just went to put on podcast, and then one earphone on one ear, then the other just free because to hear the nature. And I was like, well, what if I just go out and appreciate the nature? But I'll be bored. I don't want to be bored. That's so boring. I don't want to be bored because that's boring. So I was like, okay, let me take my earphones and my phone with me, so that if I do get bored, I will put on a podcast. And that I did. I bring along my phone and my earphones, and I just put them in my pockets, and I was like, okay, let's go without earphones until I get bored. Lo and behold, I started going through my thoughts. I started talking to myself and just, revising life, thinking on my next step. And I did not use earphones until I got to the grocery place, and I just realized, whoa, it wasn't boring. What a weird feeling. I proved myself wrong. I thought it was going to be boring, but it wasn't. I entertained myself by thinking of the next step and going through my thoughts. And that was pretty calming and peaceful. And I enjoyed nature. So I realized that a lot of these things that we discover, or when we go through uncomfortable situations, we have to take it slow. You can't just go into it. Like, if I were to go into it without earphones, and it would probably be more boring to me than if I had that kind of backup plan. So because I had a backup plan, I felt more secure, I'd say. But I still went to the uncomfortable situation of not listening to anything but the nature. And that really taught me that you have to go through uncomfortable situation to be productive. Because you can't be comfortable and improve. It just doesn't happen. You have to get uncomfortable to be comfortable. And especially with productivity, you have to do the things you don't want to do, but you have to do them like you love it. And so I think the message of this video was just to tell you that productivity is taking responsibility and doing uncomfortable stuff, especially when you don't feel like doing uncomfortable stuff. It's asking yourself, what do I not want to do? And then doing that exact thing that you don't want to do. And realizing that laziness is bad, that it's showing ungratefulness. And if you put it into like an equation, you could say laziness equals ungratefulness. And I don't want to be ungrateful, because I appreciate every blessing that I get. So yeah, take that as you will. And if you got some value out of this video, leave a like and subscribe. And I'm planning on doing a lot of more of these longer form talking type of videos, probably unedited as well. And have a great day. Meow.